Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to call the meeting to order. That being the regular council meeting of Warwick Township Council, February 23rd, 2026, starting time 3:30. Council, does anybody have disclosure of pecuniary interest or conflict of interest they'd like to declare at this time? Seeing none, thank you. I'd like to welcome everybody who's joining us through our YouTube link today. And now I'm going to do the acknowledgement of ancestral lands. We acknowledge that the Township of Warwick is located on the traditional lands of the Anishinaabe, as well as the many Indigenous nations in Ontario, whose footsteps have marked them for centuries. We also wish to acknowledge that we are situated on Treaty 29 and Treaty 25 territories signed by Chippewa chiefs, and we offer our respect and gratitude for these lands. Council, let's go to 5 on our agenda, if we could, please. That being the minutes of the previous council meeting, that being the minutes of the January 12th, 2026 meeting. Any questions or comments on those minutes? I'd entertain a motion then if council saw fit. Councilor Morris is moving it, seconded by Councilor Manning. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you. And there's no business arising from those previous minutes. Thank you very much. We're going to go to 7, scheduled meetings and events. This is an FYI. 7A. Does anybody have any questions on 7A? Seeing none. How about on 7B, council? Anybody have any questions on 7B? Very good. Thank you. If you have any questions on any of this, you can always ask Trevor. We're going to move right on to councilors' commitments and other items. Number 8. Commitment dates. Does anybody have anything new for the group today? My commitment days. Councilor Morris.
I will not be traveling the 1st to the 10th. I'll be traveling the 6th to the 13th of March, subject to change.
Wish you well on your trip to Mexico, Councilor. Let's move ahead then. We'll go to 8B, councilor items, verbal reports. I'm going to start with Councilor Westgate today. Councilor Westgate.
I have nothing today, thanks.
Councilor Morris.
I have 2 small things, both for Ryan. The sign out by the cemetery, the Watford sign, the lights are doing their dancing trick again. And I was told the clock at the Bluebird Square is not working right. And that's all.
All right, thank you, through the chair. Yes, we'll certainly have staff look into those 2 items and get those addressed this week.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Councilor Manning, do you have anything today?
Yeah, I have something also for Ryan today. I forgot to bring this up last week. We were in the ELCC last Monday for Family Day, and the freezer was unplugged, the stand-up freezer in the kitchen. Is that unplugged because it's not working, or is it just not plugged in?
Well, maybe, John, is your microphone working? Maybe we'll share microphones. We're having some issues with the microphones. There we go. Maybe try to turn yours off, Ryan, if you can.
Okay. All right, thank you, through the chair. Yes, the stand-up freezer in the ELCC kitchen is currently not working. We have a few options on how to best move forward with those repairs, and or finding an alternative solution to that freezer itself. But yes, it's out of service.
Thank you.
Deputy Mayor Kallenberg.
I have nothing this week.
All right, the only thing I have today is I had the opportunity this morning to attend the Lambton Dairy Farmers AGM. Appreciate the opportunity to go and sit back and actually learned a lot about the industry today that I didn't know. So I want to thank them for inviting me today. We're going to move along, council, to we're going to move along. Staff, I guess we do have a staff item. It's not on the agenda, but Ryan's going to outline something. Maybe we'll try to share the microphones again. Ryan's got a report on a request we had from East Lambton Minor Hockey. Ryan.
Yes, thank you. Not so much a formal request just yet, but I just wanted to provide some context and give a verbal update. I have had some initial conversations with a couple of our minor hockey groups, including Elmhaw and Lambton Attack, regarding the potential to extend our ice season for this year. Our ice is currently scheduled to be removed April 12th, following the figure skating carnival. Of note, just for your awareness, Alvinston tentatively set to have their ice come out April 6th. Petrolia, April 27, Lambton Shores Forest, is May 13th as of right now. Although I believe they may be extending theirs, a little bit longer to May 19th. Thetford's is out the end of March. With respect to Almha, as it currently sits, their tryouts begin April 11th and they take place the week of May 9th and May 11th. Within those windows as per the OMHA guidelines. I think that's a key driver to the extension that they may and most likely will be looking at for our team here. Essentially, we'd be looking at a 5-week extension to our season plus the 1 week to remove it. So there'd be 6 weeks there. Certainly look to build an efficient and economical ice schedule during that time period. Should that be something we consider and move forward on? I think there's a number of groups that are looking for some additional ice. I think we'd be looking at a pretty full schedule during the weeks anyways. But again, we'll have to look a little deeper into what that schedule looks like. Obviously, there could be some operation programming challenges for us to consider moving forward with something like this. Staffing, we'd be looking at having an evening crew to flood ice through the weeks. I would probably need some direction on extending our part-time winter staffing during this 6-week period. Currently, our part-time staff allotment ends when the ice comes out, so we'd be looking at needing that extension. As we all know, we get into that shoulder season. So we're outdoors, ball diamonds are starting, grass is growing. So we're kind of doing a double duty with our staff team. So that's something to be considered as well. We would have some programming considerations to look at as well. That being our youth ball hockey league, and probably a 3 to 4 week extension to the start of our adult men's and adult women's ball hockey leagues. Something to consider as well that takes place in our arena. I think, should that formal request come to us, get building the schedules out the best we could, reach out to all of our current ice users and kind of go from there. But just wanted to bring that note. Nothing formal as of right now has come our way, but we've had those conversations. We're getting down to crunch time on having to make a decision of this nature. Any direction you wanted to provide today would be great. We can just leave it as an update as well.
Okay. So Ryan, are you confident that we can make it work? I know there's some challenges. Again, OMHA with the new rules, tryouts now happen at the end of the season instead of beginning of the season, which has created some tough situations for a lot of municipalities with arenas. But East Lambton Minor Hockey didn't come up with this idea. This was come up by OMHA. So what's your comfort level if we said today, I guess the more notice we give you, I feel the better the opportunity is to make everything work with the other user groups and with minor hockey. Do you feel confident you can make it work?
Yes, thank you. Yes, I do believe we could. I think, having that ability to move forward today and reaching out to these groups to really start the process of looking at what ice would be available, what that schedule looks like. But I'm confident that we would be able to make it work. We've got a good staff team. And as I mentioned, I've been in contact with a number of our user groups that are looking for ice as well. So I'm confident that we could build something out that will work. It's certainly not a large revenue generator by any means, but providing that opportunity for the service to continue, I think is also a big piece of the work that we do here. I could start that process and should any red flags jump out to me, certainly report back to council. If there's a point in time where I don't think we're going to have enough ice to really make any sort of go at this in a fiscally responsible manner, then I can certainly report back at that time as well. But happy to take any input and guidance from this group. But yes, I think we could make it work.
Well, thank you very much for that. Anybody else have any comments at this time? I do think it's important that we do give them at least a bit of a green light or at least a yellow light today to start to obviously make some moves on the chessboard. If we don't, all of a sudden they come to us 2 weeks beforehand or 3 weeks beforehand, it really makes it tough to get those extra rentals to make it work financially. So Wayne, as the chairman of the rec, any comments?
I don't have any comments. I think the rec board would be 100% behind it. Are you planning on charging the same ice fee?
Yes, thank you. That's a great question. I think we'd continue on at minimum with our fall winter ice. We wouldn't be going into our summer ice rates. I would prefer to keep it at our fall winter. We could always entertain an increase to that too if we thought there was a desire for council to do that, but at this point in time, the fall winter ice programming fees would be applicable.
Okay, is everybody okay with leaving it with Ryan? As direction to do what he needs to do to make it work. If there's anything that changes, he'll come back to us. Is everybody good with that and comfortable with that? Okay, so Ryan, you go ahead and try to make it work. We obviously want to work with East Lambton Minor Hockey and the other associations that we deal with. I believe Brooke Alvinson's getting ready to do some major construction to their floor over there, and that's probably one of the reasons. The old deal was they kept it in later, and we used to put it in earlier because of the fair over there, but the circumstance over there are a little different. So I guess everybody's okay with it. We'll leave it with Ryan. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate that update. Thank you very much. Okay, folks, that takes us to our delegation. And today we have Sarnia Lambton Tourism with us here today, and they're going to make a presentation. Mark, if you want to come up. I think that microphone should work. So go ahead and the microphone, it's just like at the county. It sets off the voice. So we'll give you the floor, Mark. Thank you very much for coming.
Perfect. Mayor, councilors, thanks for having Tourism Sarnia Lambton here today. Happy to just provide an update on our organization for 2026. Sent out in the agenda package some slides to go over and look at. Can run through kind of quickly on some of those slides. Just kind of taking a look, just our enhanced mission statement, vision statement. We're going into a year of a strategic plan. So this is our last one from 2023 as we look to develop any changes here for 2026. Staffing update, just listing our 6 staff members that we have within Tourism Sarnia Lambton. From there, we've shuffled kind of in the last couple of years. We have a couple of new staff members with us that started in September, but core of our team's been together for some time now. Strategic priorities. This is strong government, marketing, product development, advocating on behalf of the tourism sector and education, economic benefits of it. We did a sector focus on a rank of priority. Basically our rank there is from 1 to 8, entertainment, events, arts, culture, blockbuster, signature events, waterfront beaches, recreational tourism, food, drink, culinary tourism, conventions, trade shows, agriculture, agritourism, and then workshop focus with social media, email marketing, grant writing, Google ads, and creating sales funnels. From a overnight stay standpoint, from occupancy, 2024, we had strong numbers, increase of 9.3%. Last year we ended up 2025 increase of 1.4%. The numbers are above what the industry standard is right now, as the tourism has seen a decline in both 2024 and 25, while we've seen an increase. And you can see the decreases are somewhat significant in our region, with London 5.4% down and Windsor 20.2% down in 2025. I can also report we, since kind of sending this in, we have received January 2026, where we saw a 11.2% increase as we continue on that trend. From marketing strength side, so what Tourism Sarnia Lambton, we've broken it down into really 3 segments that we're really pushing. It's the short distance interprovincial travelers, long distance interprovincial travelers, and then short drive United States travelers. Just kind of an overview of marketing stats. Couple to highlight. July, August continue to be the strongest months of tourism, Lambton County. Then we do have kind of from our marketing where we see our top 3 provinces, top 4 states and top 5 cities all listed there as well. From an advertising standpoint, these are some of the partnerships that we have across both provincial and national news outlets and distribution. Going through, we buy advertising, really promoting the various areas of the county and the county as a whole as a destination for people to explore and visit. With major marketing initiatives, touching base on just Horizon Travel, our lifestyle partnership, our Global Heroes print advertising partnership. We do video as well with Global Heroes. Travel Canada print digital partnership, and then Destination Ontario marketing partnership. For 2025, so we're in process, or sorry, for 2026, we're in process right now of new visitor guides and maps. We expect these to be out for a May long weekend. And then we're also in the process of launching a brand new website. Reconstruction has been ongoing for some time now, but we're just kind of finishing the last touches on it and running through links and those kind of things, and hope to get that up here publicly probably by in March, April, and then internally looking to launch it to our board at our next board meeting here in March. I just want to share provincial marketing. So see some of the ads. These are along the 402 or sorry, the 401 overpass, as well as the QEW throughout Toronto as well. Just some of the media billboards, things we purchase that share news information about Sarnia-Lambton and why we should have visitors come see our different attractions and destinations, as well as in the center there, one of our print ad campaigns as well with various reasons on visiting the area. One thing we always do is try to stay up current with the trends. We have basically a list of travel predictions for 2026 that we generate, as well as work with many partners on what they're seeing in the industry, what's kind of new and happening, and try to integrate that into our marketing, but also with our stakeholders on how they can add these things into their programming or into their advertisements as well. And then objectives to build on in 2026. So we've came down with 6 kind of core things we're working on to really build upon. This started the end of last year for amateur and local sport. We hosted a sports hosting seminar. We invited all of the local organizations throughout Lambton County who run amateur and local sport, encouraging them on tournaments and hosting more events locally, definitely on the regional and provincial level. It's something where we've stepped in, and this year we've identified there's a gap in Silver Stick with teams booking out of the area, and we've became a third party really hotel provider with the Silver Stick tournament, working with all directors across all the various events for the county on increasing those hotel room stays, ensuring that they're happening in Lambton County. We've seen great success with this and know it's something that we can continue to build on. And that's why kind of amateur and local sport, giving the economic times and everything too, but that's why it's identified as number 1. Blockbuster events, we continue to really pitch Lambton County as somewhere where we should be holding blockbuster events, using both sport, but also entertainment and production on this as well. We know the benefits, we see the benefits when we have large events come to the area. Everyone wins throughout the county, and obviously it's a great economic impact generator. Arts and culture really go hand in hand. There's a rise in arts and culture and people looking for that. Destination weddings as well. It's something new that we haven't done before. It's brand new for us to really put on. It's really a feature of the website and something we're diving into more on being a location. We have several venues in Lambton County that have become great destination spots for these wedding destinations, and obviously they bring a lot of people in when they're staying for the week. And then just including personal experiences and stories. We have Tara Jeffries, who's new on our staff, but heavily involved in journalism and working with local businesses and really trying to share those experiences, share those stories, and build on really the tourism value of people seeing kind of what's behind the scenes and sharing those moments. And then volunteer program. It's something that across the board. Definitely something, we know volunteers are aging. We know that there's a lot of struggle out there on getting volunteers to help and support. And we're doing what we can to build directories across the county on who's interested in helping and volunteering their time. So we can continue to, support those with programming going on that need volunteers. So those are key objectives we have. One to just cover kind of a couple things with directly to Warwick. Obviously going over the Parks, Recreation, Tourism, Culture Master Plan. Support on the Watford Delvingston Road Race. It's something where I feel that's something we can grow the tourism that comes from there. Currently, right now, when we put in the participants and look at it, we have about a 6% overnight stay from the event. So trying to get more out of towners into the event. Obviously, just the arena, what the arena generates, we're well aware that any of the minor sports, what they generate to the area, and continue to support all those organizations. And then Silver Stick, this year we saw about 4 teams stay that came to the region. They stayed in hotels. Do want to keep pushing on all the Silver Sticks to look at teams from farther out, not always be the local teams, but some are regionals and some are qualifiers, and that's how they're set up. But definitely encourage more hotel stay with those Silver Stick events, and then obviously Cornfest as well, and supporting Cornfest. From an overall upcoming initiatives, 2026. To move forward, I'll touch on just a couple of the programs that are listed here, but gift certificate program remains really strong. We're one of the leading ones, leading tourism organizations with a program like this in Ontario, and a lot of entities are looking at how they can replicate what we've done for success. So we do sell close to $200,000 annually now in gift cards that can be used to support local businesses across Lambton County. We have over 200 businesses as part of the program that can redeem them. And it's been a really great economic boost and generator for those businesses. FIFA is the other one. So we currently do have a bid on hosting a FIFA event, hopefully in 2026 here, waiting to hear back on that, as well as we continue conversations with our partners with Sports Tourism Canada. We currently, in a couple of weeks, will be attending their conference where we have meetings with over a dozen different provincial and national bodies trying to attract their events to Sarnia Lambton as well. That includes kind of the Grand Slam of curling and some other ones in there as well. But and then plowing match. Plowing match is we've helped support the plowing match be confirmed for 2027, taking place in Lambton County, but in St. Clair Township, and we continue to support on all the kind of gathering and volunteer needs of that event. From kind of today, we're happy to always connect. Tourism Sarnia Lambton, welcomes all members of council. Anytime, any questions, please reach out to us and let us know how we can help. Any initiatives, any thoughts. We are a member of the Lambton Business Collaborative, so we do meet kind of monthly with Stephanie, your colleague. So if there's anything coming through Stephanie as well, we're happy to connect wherever we can and support. That's everything.
All right, thank you for the presentation. Does anybody have any questions for Mark at this time? I'm just going to throw out a big thank you to Adam Veen. Adam's been always very, very supportive in our community, Cornfest and events like that. So you're here today, Adam. I get to thank you publicly. I know I've thanked you different times. I've seen you around, but thank you for that. You've been very, very helpful, especially when it comes to Cornfest has been a big one. And talking to the organizers that put the work in, the Optimist Club and all the other clubs that support it, and you've been a great help. So I just wanted to acknowledge that and thank you for that today. So is there any other questions today for tourism, Surya? Okay, well, thank you, Mark. Appreciate your presentation. Thank you very much for coming. We appreciate seeing you. All right. Okay, council, we're going to go back to the agenda. We're going to go to number 11. We're going to go to accounts if we could. The GL report. Does anybody have any questions on the GL report? Seeing no questions on the GL report today. How about the accounts payable? 11B, accounts payable accounts? Yes, Councillor Morris. Yes.
I had one question. Globe Corporation regarding R40 Sunset Confed. Can you, we're right at 5,400. Could you tell me what that is?
Trevor, please.
So animation, the different locations on Sunset Federation, so they can come out, do inspections at different points during the construction. And look at the specific.
It's a Q4 bill,
Okay,
so it's ties into when they're finishing the project prior to putting down the pavement.
okay. Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions on the accounts? Seeing none, entertain a motion to approve both the GL report and the accounts payable if council saw fit. Councillor Westgate, you moving that? Thank you. Seconded by Councillor Manning. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Okay, let's go to number 12, council, the consent agenda. Does anybody have any questions on the non-action they wanted to bring up today? Seeing none? Very good. Minutes from the special council meeting of February 17th. No. Minutes of the special council meeting of February 22nd. No. Very good. Minutes from the Heritage Historical Committee meeting of January 7th. Staff's doing a good job writing these reports. We're not getting any questions. That's a good thing. Let's go to E if we could. Minutes from the Parks and Recreation Committee meeting of January 21st, 2026. Any questions on that one? Nope. And then F, we have the Economic Development and Communication Quarterly Report from Stephanie. Does anybody have any questions for Stephanie on F on her report? Oh, very good. Then I entertain a motion to receive and file A to F council. Deputy Mayor Cowenberg and Councillor Morris is seconding that. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Okay, let's go to number 13. And this is reports and items requiring a motion. First off, the action correspondence, and I'll get it in front of me here. So what I'll do is I'll read them off, council. If there's one you want to make a statement on or make a motion on, please let me know. The first one is 02-X1, Sawbo Bayfield Conservation Authority invitation to the 2026 emergency planning meeting. Now that's February 26th. So I don't know how that's going to work for anybody's schedule. Forrest usually represents us there as our representative, but if anybody'd like to go, is there anybody like to go? Seeing none, very good. We'll move on. 02-X2, the Forest Curling Club, and this is the recognition plan that they have. As we remember, during our budget, we pledged some money for their work at the curling club. So this is just an FYI, I believe, Trevor, just saying what the different levels are. I don't know if there's any more to that. I'll let you speak to it.
Well, we have to decide whether or not we want to have the recognition done. And my first take was, well, perhaps, but I'd go back to council and see whether or not we do or whether or not we want to remain anonymous.
Okay, so I think our donation was at $20,000.
Right.
So I know that we recognized Lambton Shores on our donor board when they helped us out with the new community complex. What's everybody think? Are we good with going on the recognition board for our donation? Everybody's good with that? Very good. So let's have I don't think we need a motion. Let's direction. We'll use direction on that.
Thank you.
So that's good. Thank you, Trevor. And St. Clair Regional Conservation Authority, they have their AGM. Again, it's February 26th. That's Thursday, I believe. Doing a quick math. Jerry Westgate is our rep. Jerry, are you going?
I'll be there.
Is there anybody else would like to go? If you do, okay, very good. Well, we're in good hands with Jerry as our representative there, so I guess we're no action needed on that one as well. And then we have a funding request, 02-X4 from Lambton County Music Festival. And this is a financial request that they've made. Does anybody wish to make any motions or take any action on this one? No, seeing none. Okay, could I have a motion to receive and file the correspondence then, please? Counselor Manning is making that motion, seconded by Counselor Westgate. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Okay. So we've got some other business. We're going to go to number 13 then, council. We've already done action correspondence. We'll go to 13B. And this is a recommendation to council from the CIP committee on 5277 Nauvoo Road. The recommendation is that Warwick Township Council approves the facade grant application on the condition that the entrance is made accessible if it is determined to be a requirement, and that the committee further recommends that the applicant apply for the building and site accessibility grant to stack with the facade funding. Any questions on this particular piece of business? Anybody care to move it? Councillor Morris is moving it, seconded by Deputy Mayor Kallenberg. All in favor? That is carried. Okay, we're going to go to see if we could then, council. And this is the gravel tender results. And there's a recommendation that Warwick Township Council approves the quote as supplied by Mackenzie Henderson Limited at $18.13 per ton to supply and deliver a minimum of 26,000 tons of maintenance gravel to the Township of Warwick on paved roads. How does council wish to do with this recommend? Being moved by the Deputy Mayor, seconded by Councilor Morris. Further discussion of any? All in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Let's go to D. We're going to deal with the calcium tender now. There's a recommendation that Warwick Township Council approves the quote and supply. If I find number 4 here, will be dangerous. By Pollard Highway Products at 0.1175 per liter to supply application of 900,000 liters of 18% liquid calcium to the Township of Warwick on paved roads. That is the recommendation. How does council wish to deal with the recommendation? Moved by Councillor Manning, seconded by Councillor Westgate. All in favor? That is carried. Thank you. And then we have one here from number E from the Public Works. And there's a recommendation here on hiring a summer student. And the recommendation is that Warwick Township Council approves the hiring of one Public Works summer student for 2026. Is this over and above what we had in the budget?
Yes, this would be over and above the budget amount. We do have one summer student hired for admin purposes, but that could be repurposed to this, but we got multiple requests for it.
And I'm assuming we would try to apply for funding for this particular position as well, Trevor?
I think we've missed the funding guideline application period. So this one will be funded in-house.
Any questions on this particular recommendation, council? How does council wish to deal with the recommendation? Moved by Councillor Morris, seconded by Deputy Mayor Kallenberg. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Anybody have any new business for today? It's a very short meeting today. As the email went out and stated that it would be. Anybody have any new business for today? No? Very good. Okay, that takes us right to bylaws then. Trevor?
Bylaw 12 of 2026 be read a first, second, and third time and finally passed.